Got a call off a foul smell coming from the trunk. We had the ESU pop it open.
Two in the head, close range. Looks like he's been in there maybe a week.
That's like the mob leaving flowers. You whack a guy, throw him in a trunk, then dump him outside a social club till the stink gets even worse than usual. I take it we got witnesses crawling out the woodwork, this being headquarters for the Scarpelli crime family. You.
Me?
No, Jimmy Hoff over there. Come on.
How come you're breaking my balls? I didn't do nothing.
You ever seen this guy before?
What guy?
Let's try that again, asshole.
Ah, come on!
You recognize him now?
Let me up. I'm gonna puke.
Just keep it off me.
It looks like Eddie. Eddie Testa.
And who's Eddie Testa?
It's just some guy. I'm gonna call my attorney. I'm gonna sue you for harassment. You're a pussy.
Guy's calling his attorney for being harassed, and he's calling me a pussy.
Squad, Lieutenant Fancy. This is me. Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. Yes!
Hey, Doc. I'm Detective Russell. This is Detective McDowell.
Harold Zakian, urologist. Well, deep arteries completely severed. Otherwise, he's stable.
Just out of curiosity, how much of the thing did you lose?
I'd say about half. Any news on the missing part? The quicker we find it, better chance of making this guy whole again.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Who are you?
I'm Detective Russell. This is Detective McDowell from the 15 Squad.
They sent female detectives?
Got a problem with that, Vincent? Why don't you just tell us what happened?
I met him in the subway when I got off the D train. He's one of those street types who hangs out on the platform.
I mean, a hustler. You get his name?
No.
What'd this guy look like?
Black. About 5'4", kinky hair. He winked at me.
So, after he let you know he was available,
He took me up to the men's room.
do you remember which one?
Not really. Far into the station, I think. You know the rest.
You tell us. Might help us find the guy.
Well, we're in the stall, and he's doing what he does, and suddenly I feel a sharp pain. And I see he's holding a knife. And now there's blood everywhere, and half my thing is gone.
Any idea why he'd do that to you?
Absolutely none.
What happened to the part he cut off? Uniform officers didn't find it.
I looked around the floor, I didn't see it. Maybe he took it with him.
Okay, we're gonna try to find who did this. Maybe he can tell us where it is.
Fine.
I made captain.
That's great news.
Thanks, Greg.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Paul.
We're gonna miss you around here.
Yeah, me too.
Congrats.
Thanks.
What's going on? Fancy find that missing popo we heard about?
The lieutenant's being promoted to captain.
No kid. When did word come down?
Just now. Isn't it wonderful?
Hey, boss, no one deserves this more than you.
Thank you, Daddy.
Ditto for me.
When you getting made?
Next Tuesday.
Whoa, that's quick. Anyways, at that social club, DOA in the trunk, we figured some rival family dumped the car outside.
So whoever did it was sending the message.
One of them wise guys stopped scratching his balls long enough to give us tentative ID of the victim. Eddie Testa.
We'll check in with OCCB and have Auto Squad do a lawman search on the car.
Good.
Look, I don't mean to sound like a killjoy, but why are you doing this, huh? I mean, lieutenant in the detectives bureau, you're already making captain's pay. For all you know, they'll put you back in the bag.
Well, they told me they're going to do what they can to retain me in the bureau.
Well, when you're out in far Rockaway working some serial purse snatcher, don't say nobody warned you.
Thanks for your concern, Andy.
Any idea who's replacing you?
Nope.
No names mentioned, nothing like that?
I hear anything, you'll be the first to know.
9 years breaking this guy in, he just ups and leaves.
Come on, Andy. You don't expect someone to turn down a promotion.
Detective, I believe I heard something this morning about a missing male member.
Yeah?
This call just came in. A thumb's been located at the ATM machine at the Citizens Bank at 3rd and 12th.
A thumb.
That's what they said. A thumb.
Well, it's a couple blocks from the subway station.
Come on, what kind of jerk is going to confuse something the size of a thumb with what you're looking for?
Trust me, Detective, there's a lot of them out there that could be confused with a thumb.
Come check it out.
Fancy knows who's replacing him.
Who?
He says that he don't.
So you think he's holding out on us?
I know he's holding out on us. What I don't know is why. Hey, Kasukas, Andy Sipwitz. I got a favor to ask.
So where is it?
Right there on the ATM. I called EMS.
Tell you one thing, that ain't no thumb.
If it is, it's missing a nail.
And that's half. No wonder my wife threw me out.
Lady over there is the one who found it. Name's Allison Hopkins.
Have EMS get that to Bellevue. There's a guy there looking forward to a family reunion.
I'm Detective Russell. This is Detective McDowell. Could you tell us what happened?
I was short on cash, so I went to use the ATM. As I stuck in my card, I noticed this thumb lying there next to the deposit slips. I found a security guard, and I guess he called the police.
You didn't see who left it there?
No. Whoever it was must be crazy. Cut off someone's thumb, leave it lying there like that?
It isn't actually a thumb.
No. Then what is it?
A penis. Actually, half a penis.
That's sick and disgusting. Even for New York.
Food no good?
Nah, it's early in the day for me having lunch.
Uncle Eddie mentioned you seemed a little upset with him, telling me about that shooting.
Seems like you two got some kind of direct pipeline.
I guess he figured if you were in trouble, I'd want to know.
Look, it's just that I prefer passing on my own news in my own time instead. He tells, you call me.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's not worth getting into a hassle over.
I don't want you to think I'm trying to put pressure on you, Andy. It's just, you're the first man I've met in a long time that I care about.
I care about you too, Cynthia.
I hear a but in there.
Thing is, I don't know if I can give you what you're looking for.
Is that the question, or is it that you don't know if I can give you what you're looking for?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
We're not kids, Andy. Either of us. At 42, my second favorite word is no.
Why does it have to be yes or no? What about, I got a high-stress job and a 5-year-old kid to raise, and let's just see how it goes.
Okay, let's do that. See how it goes.
Photos off the ATM. Match the description the victim gave us.
You got an idea where to look for this guy?
Transit cops said there's homeless guys that give Hummers in the men's rooms. Some of them sleep in these old deserted subway tunnels.
Yeah, thanks for getting back to me. Dalto. Susan Dalto. Spell that. D-A-L-T-O. Okay, thanks. This woman, Lieutenant Dalto, that's who's replacing Fancy. She's coming over from the rat squad.
Oh, jeez.
This is a disaster.
Well, in the meantime, the blisters come back. The slugs were fired out of a .22 pistol.
Weapon of choice.
Yeah, the DOA, he was a low-level button man for Scarpelli. OCCB heard that maybe he was banging some broad he shouldn't have.
Thinking with his dick, step up for most of these guys.
That lawman search may be the jackpot. That car Testa got dumped in was stolen last week.
There's a shock.
Yeah, but 4 days ago, there was a traffic summons issued in Brooklyn off the automatic camera. Driver ran a light.
This is the driver?
Yeah, I got that from Auto Crimes.
I know this guy. Seen him lots of times.
Who is he?
I don't know.
Some guy you collared?
No, not like that. It's some guy that you see around. Baldwin.
Yeah.
You know this guy?
No. You know this guy, Greg?
Sure. Yeah, that's the guy that runs Karamazov's Pizza over on Mulberry Street. How come?
Thanks.
We'll let you know what we find.
Lawman search kicks out a photo off a traffic summons. Andy and Greg recognize the guy owns a local pizza joint.
So, check with OCCB, then go grab him up.
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
Something else?
How come you don't tell us a replacement for you's already been picked?
What are you talking about?
Source at 1PP's never steered me wrong says it's a woman out of the rat squad named Susan Dalto.
Andy, as far as I know, nothing's been decided. Try not to get yourself all worked up.
Yeah, right.
Look, if it makes you feel any better, I'll put a call into personnel myself.
I think that's Andy's way of saying he's gonna miss you like hell. No surprise, I guess. OCCB shows that this guy's got ties to the Marino family.
Yeah, them guys in the Marino family. It was one of them almost killed me 8 years ago.
Yeah, I remember hearing something about it.
Took 5 slugs. Put me in a coma. Took a couple right in my ass. Couldn't sit down for months without one of them pillows.
Ouch. Well, I'm glad you made it.
It was after coming through that I quit drinking.
Looks like our guy.
Let him get in his car.
Get out of the car! Hey! Get out! Get out of the car. Hands up. Put your hands up. You packing, Charlie?
What's this? You need it to stir your tomato sauce?
Oh, I'm sure he's got a permit for that, ain't he?
Let's have uniform respond and have a car brought in.
Hey, Vinny, call my lawyer.
Okay. Hank, stick this guy in the pokey.
Okay, you're right.
Detective,
What is it, John?
Forgive me, but that name you mentioned earlier, Susan Dalto, is she being considered as a replacement for Lieutenant Fancy?
Yeah. Why?
I hate to say this because I like it here very much, but if that woman is going to be replacing Lieutenant Fancy, I'd have to think about transferring out.
You saying you know her?
I'm afraid so. She's a member of the Gay Officers Action League.
Goal? She's a member of Goal?
Actually, she's quite active in the organization. And if you don't mind my saying, she's a real ball buster.
Gerald Holtzman representing Charles Karamazov?
Yes, Mr. Holtzman.
Jerry Holtzman. Another mob lawyer come to protect the rights of another scumbag.
Detective Sipowicz.
How'd you get here so quick?
I was on my way to court and I got a call. So, was my information correct? Do you have Mr. Karamazov in custody?
Yeah.
I'd like to see it.
Of course you would, Counselor.
Does he have your number?
So far, the only thing we've seen are rats.
Yeah, these homeless types are pretty resourceful, Diane. They're down here. They'll have cats to take care of the rats.
What good is that gonna do? Some of these rats are bigger than cats.
Hey, you, come here. You recognize this guy? Hey, please, don't move.
Don't shoot. We ain't done nothing.
What's your name?
Terry Lawrence.
How long you lived down here, Terry?
Me? Must be about 2 years now.
How do you stand it?
Compared to what? Being on the street combing garbage cans? Getting your ass whipped by some Fruit Loop or some shelter?
You recognize this guy?
Sure, that's Shorty Boom.
That's his name, Shorty Boom?
Uh-huh, crazy little dude, hustles tricks.
You know where we can find him?
You done something?
What, he was lawyer? Answer the question.
Shorty was here last night. He left a couple hours ago to go do his thing.
And you haven't seen him since?
You want to keep your spot down here, tell us what you know.
Might find him on the Uptown Lexington Avenue line of 14th Street in the men's room. One of his favorite spots.
All right, thanks.
How long's that shyster weasel Holtzman been in there?
Going on an hour.
Greaseball client of his must be having trouble getting his lies straight.
Let this Karamazov lie all he wants. We got his picture in the car, the weapon matched up to ballistics.
Detectives, as a prerequisite to further discussion, my client would like to have present representatives of both the district attorney and U.S. attorney's office.
For what? So we can make some half-assed deal?
Mr. Karamazov is prepared, under the right circumstance, to provide considerable information on several dozen unsolved homicides. But until the DA and U.S. attorney are present, he shall remain mute.
Your client's conscience is bothering him. He can unburden himself when they're strapping him down to give him the needle.
I'm offering you an opportunity, detectives. We can do this here, and you can clear cases. Or you can have my client arraigned, and I will have him out of your hands making the calls myself. It's up to you.
We make those calls, he better have something.
What my client is looking for is a deal where he never spends a day in jail.
If he's looking for us not to charge him with the murder of Eddie Testa, he better have something solid.
In 30 years, as a made member of the Marino crime family, Mr. Karamazov has committed 27 murders. In addition, he has knowledge on dozens committed by others, some right here in this precinct.
Full written disclosure and trial testimony.
On all homicides.
Miss Haywood? Let's see what he's got to say.
I'm assuming this means we've got a deal?
So in other words, for this guy killing 27 people, he figures his punishment should be a new condo with a lap pool in Phoenix next door to Sammy the Bull.
Or perhaps he settled for a jacuzzi.
So who you want to know about? Chiquino Ducci, two in the back of the head, gouge his eyes out in 85. Jimmy Apes, ice pick in a year in 91.
Charlie, here's a list of uncleared homicides from this precinct. Your lawyer said you had information.
Oh, yeah. Vinny Manacuzzi, Stevie Lopez, Lou Capazzoli. Yeah, these three of mine. Yeah. Ricky Rivera, that wasn't me. But I know who did it. Not that I minded, it's just a little prick getting whacked.
Ricky Rivera was that Colombian dealer.
Yeah, he got whacked in '91. He was paying tribute to us on his coke deals. We lost a nice little income stream on that one. And they gave me the contract on the guy who did it.
How about you give us that name?
Kenny Sotomayor.
Is that part of some drug war, this Kenny whacking Rivera?
Nah, it's strictly freelance. Kenny was a college kid. Hunter Ford, one of them places. I combed the 5 boroughs looking for him.
And what happened when you found him?
Never did. Looked for him for 6 months. Just one poof.
How about him?
Yeah, Paulie Scoffo. That fat, no-good mope. 88, 89, tried to sink his hooks into the roofers union. That's Marino's. So I pack a bomb full of them big roofers' nails. He stuck it under his porch. Bye-bye, Paulie.
You really think the stench of piss was going to be any less in here than where we just came from?
Oh, police! Pull him up, zip him up! Oh, my God!
Put your hands up.
Oh, my God!
Okay, now open the door. Come out nice and slow.
Both of you.
Man, I can explain, man. Yeah. Shorty's going to explain what he was doing, standing with his feet in the bag while this guy was sitting down on the can.
What's your name?
Oh, is this really necessary?
Yes.
William Kaufman.
Where do you work, William?
We're on Wall Street.
For who on Wall Street?
Parsons and Company.
Yeah? What brings you uptown? Shorty, one of your experts in emerging markets?
I'm sure you're aware soliciting sex is a crime.
Officers, please. I have a wife. I have 2 daughters.
Are we ever going to find you here again?
No, absolutely not.
Take your bag and get out of here.
You have no idea how lucky you are.
I don't get it. Oxman, this guy. The Shorty's a real skinny.
It must be part of the charm.
Can a brother make a buck?
Tonight at 9, it's a full hour of Forensic.
So this Kenny Sotomayor that Karamazov gave us, looks like he's a customs officer at JFK.
Customs officer.
I'm calling local colleges, find a Kenny Sotomayor dropped out of 4M in '91. They give me a social security number. BCI runs it through the federal database. Up comes Kenneth Sotomayor, who went in the Army for 4 years, joined customs in '95.
That guy's joined up to stay out of jail. This guy joins the Army to stay alive.
We're going overseas. It explains why Karamazov never found him.
Josh, stick this guy in interview 3. We'll be right in.
Right.
Got any toothpaste?
Yeah, in my locker.
Yeah, make sure he uses the whole tube of it before we talk to him.
Remember that dealer, Ricky Rivera, got whacked in his car?
91.
This Karamazov gives us a name, Kenny Sotomayor. Ran him through the feds. He's working U.S. Customs in JFK.
Maybe that's a cover for him dealing.
Saying there's feds could be involved in drug dealing?
We'll put in a call to his supervisor.
Listen, I just spoke with personnel. Looks like you were right. New squad commander's Lieutenant Susan Dalto from IAB.
We're really getting someone from the rat squad?
And that's how it looks.
Well, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah, thanks.
What's going on?
Fancy's replacement is coming over from the rat squad.
A rat squad?
Lieutenant Dalto to see Lieutenant Fancy. Don't I know you?
John Irvin from Goal. I'm the PAA here.
Sweet.
Lieutenant Fancy's office is right back there.
Who's that?
That's Lieutenant Dalto from the rat squad. She's replacing Fancy.
Oh, boy.
I knew I should have ditched the hippo before she came.
And that's coming from the same tribe. John here says he's considering a transfer.
You know Lieutenant Dalto, John?
Behind her back at Goal, some refer to her as the winemaker.
What does that mean?
Something about crushing grapes. Only I think it's a metaphor, if you take my meaning.
Anyway, I just wanted to stop by and offer my congratulations.
Well,
I appreciate that.
While I was here, I was thinking maybe I could look at some files, personnel folders, like that.
Well, I don't see why not.
I know I don't get started till next week. I just wanted to get a jump on things. I've been looking forward to a command assignment for some time. I can't wait to dive in and get my hands dirty.
Well, we'll set you up right in here. 10 cards. Personnel files.
What you saw up there in that bathroom? I can explain it.
Oh, we're sure you can.
That was his idea. Man in the suit. He come on to me.
And the shopping bag one guy stands in so cops only see one pair of feet, that his idea too?
See, Shorty, the shopping bag. That's something a pro would do. We know that bathroom's one of the spots you bring your tricks.
Oh, so you gotta bust down the door just to catch a guy making a buck.
If he was paying you, how come it was you in the bag and him down there doing you?
That's how he wanted.
You have any other tricks this morning before Mr. Rockefeller?
That was my first.
See, that's a lie, Shorty.
No. See, first, I picked up some cans. Had me a donut. Next thing, y'all broke in on me in that stall.
You didn't stop by the bank on 3rd Avenue.
What? Give me a loan? Why would I go in the bank?
Maybe it's warm. You picked there to leave a little deposit.
It's not me.
Maybe you got a problem with short-term memory, because that's you. Dropping off what's left of a guy's penis you hacked off this morning.
Don't make us bring that poor guy here from Bellevue to make an ID. Because either way, you're going down for this. No pun intended.
You want this to be you're just some psycho, Shorty? You brought him up there to cut off his Jimmy, and that's intent.
I don't believe you brought him there to do that. Something must have happened.
My use is $15. So we get up there. This guy wanna give me 10.
This is the guy you cut.
I'm hungry, so I go for it. Times is tough. So he gives me the 10. Gets in the bag. I start doing my thing. Now he's giving me instructions. Telling me how he wants it. Now I'm getting irritated.
I could see why, after him asking for a discount.
Exactly. Now I can't stop thinking about the $5 he took off me. So I take $5 worth off him.
$1 an inch, huh, Shorty?
Mm-hmm.
Doc, how'd it go with Vincent?
All sewn back together again?
He turned it down.
Say that again?
Vincent refused the reattachment. Brought in a psych consult, but he's adamant.
Hey, Vincent. How you feeling?
They got me on a lot of medication.
You feel up to making a confirming ID on the guy who cut you? Brought some pictures.
That's him.
You're sure?
Something like this happens, you don't forget the face of who did it. Did you find that bastard?
We found him in a subway men's room hustling someone else.
Oh, God. Did he cut that man's thing off, too?
Vincent, I know it's not any of our business, but the doctor said you turned down the opportunity for them to sew you back up.
Because you were afraid of the pain?
No. Couldn't hurt any worse than it already did.
Didn't they say you'd be better off with it reattached?
Look, detective, I have been robbed. I have been beaten countless times. I've been humiliated. And still, I can't stop myself. I can't stop myself from picking up strange men. The fact that I'm here, that says it all, doesn't it?
Vincent, are you sure about this?
I know it seems extreme, but this is how I want it.
Wednesday on an all-new Forensic Files.
What's going on?
The new squad commander's doing fancy. Susan Dalto, coming over from the rat squad.
Ouch.
Yeah, her and Fancy, they've been locked in there like an hour.
Probably running down every last wrong thing we ever done.
Maybe she's got questions on procedure coming over from IAB to a detective squad.
Yeah, well, Fancy spent more time talking to her than he did all of us the whole time he was here.
Excuse me.
Bradley Odom, Supervisor, U.S. Customs.
Yeah, I'm Andy Sipowicz. My partner, Danny Swanson.
Thanks for coming over so quick.
Sure. That message you left was pretty cryptic.
We didn't think it was appropriate to talk about over the phone.
Well, now I'm here.
How long you known Kenny Sotomayor?
Kenny? 5 years, ever since he's been a customs agent. How come?
We got reason to believe he's involved in a homicide. Took place 4 years prior to that.
No, that can't be right.
The information's solid, or else you wouldn't be here.
Kenny Sotomayor is the finest officer I ever worked with. He's tough, he's honest, and he works his tail off, no matter how crappy the detail.
I know this maybe comes as a shock. That's why we came to you first.
Who is he supposed to have killed anyway?
It was drug-related.
Drug-related? Do you remember that bust at JFK a month ago? 40 keys of smack comes in from Peru. Kenny Sotomayor is the one who sniffed those guys out first. Does that sound to you like someone that goes out and does murder over drugs?
This was a long time ago.
We were hoping you would call him and tell him we wanted to talk to him about a collar we just made.
You want me to lie to him so he comes in on his own?
Or we can send someone pick him up in front of his fellow officers.
Understand something here. Kenny's like a son to me. That's how strong I feel about him. I know he didn't do this. This is Supervisor Odom. I'm over at the 15th Precinct. Can you get Kenny Sotomayor over here?
Lieutenant, I don't want to tell you how to do your job, but looking over these files...
This is a detective squad. This isn't about numbers or looking good at Comstat.
Let's take Sipowicz. This past drinking problem.
And I think you'll find his record the past couple of years is pretty exemplary.
His last 3 partners have all had run-ins with IAB. Sorensen's had a series of them.
Look, you're coming from IAB. You know any detective doing his job is going to have some beefs on him.
My coming from IAB, I know what a mess this squad is.
These are good detectives. Instead of jumping down their throats, why don't you give them a chance?
Ease into it, you're saying?
Get them working with you.
That's helpful advice. Thanks for the input.
Let's get you introduced. This is Lieutenant Dalto. She's taking over as squad commander. I'd like to have a few words.
I'm Susan Dalto. I've been on the job 18 years. This is my first assignment in the Detective Bureau, but I have taken the criminal investigator's course, so I think I've got a pretty good handle on the basics of running a detective squad. You're Detective Medavoy?
Call me Greg. My partner, Baldwin Jones.
Right. As far as moving teams around, matching up strengths with weaknesses, let's just relax a couple weeks till I get to know you.
Connie McDowell, Diane Russell, Andy Sipowicz, Danny Swanson.
No offense to Lieutenant Fancy, but I like to do things by the numbers. I believe in following rules. Like filing DD-5s within 3 business days of catching a case. And making all your requests for time off 5 days in advance. No calling in that morning saying that you don't feel like working that day. And personal discipline. That means a shave for you gentlemen, and proper footwear for the females. You never know when you might have to act like a police officer. But we've got time for all this. As far as I'm concerned, we start out fresh. You do a good job for me, and I'll treat you with respect. Anyone disrespects me, you'll be looking for another assignment. Simple as that. Anyone got any questions?
When do you start?
It's effective next week. Lieutenant Fancy will be here to ease the transition. Just wanted to say I'm looking forward to working with you, Detective. It's obvious from your folder you can be a damn good cop when you feel like it.
That's supposed to be a compliment.
Just call it an observation.
Kenny Sotomayor, I got a call from my boss. Some detectives want to see me.
I'm Detective Sipowicz. This is my partner, Detective Sorensen.
Kenny Sotomayor, U.S. Customs. Boss said you wanted to ask me some questions about that Kennedy bus, huh?
Yeah, Kenny, we heard you did good work.
Lucky's all.
Why don't you follow us?
Hey, Cap.
This is Lieutenant Fancy. He said it's okay for me to be here as long as it's okay with you.
Why wouldn't it be okay with me? What's this about?
Kenny, we're not here to talk to you about the bust.
What then?
Ricky Rivera.
Ever since it went down, every breathing minute I've been waiting for a knock at my door. You know what that's like? I guess I don't have the right to wear this anymore. Probably never did.
Tell us about it.
I was in college. Me and some guys from the neighborhood, we like to get high. Pretty soon we were strung out. A buddy hooked us up with some Colombians who ran coke. I started doing deliveries. And one day I figured I'd cut out the middleman. So I gave Rivera his stash. He gave me my cut. Then I shot him in the back of the head.
Just like that?
I knew I screwed up. Now, what was I thinking? Plus, this guy was connected. So I joined the army. Got sent to Germany.
Figured you'd wait it out overseas.
Yeah, I did it to get away. But I liked the military. I liked serving my country. When my hitch ended and the dust settled, I decided to go into law enforcement.
And you've been a damn fine officer.
I wanted to give something back. Be someone good. Live my life over for that horrible mistake. I also knew that someday there'd be a knock at my door, and I promised myself that when it did come, I wouldn't duck. I got a favor if it's not too much.
What's that?
When you take me out, do I have to wear the uniform so those cops downstairs can see?
We'll get you a change of clothes. Cuff you in the front, lay a coat over.
Thanks.
I, for one, am looking forward to getting home, spending my night zonked out in front of the tube.
I'm gonna take Kenny down to central booking. Maybe I'll call in sick tomorrow.
Well, you gotta do that 5 days in advance.
Marshals and me, we've come to collect my client. Make sure he gets a good night's sleep at a hotel for his busy day tomorrow with the U.S. Attorney.
You just tell him to keep away from that room service lasagna. You never know what's in it.
Well, I don't think you need to worry, Detective. I'm sure Mr. Karamazov will have food delivered from his own restaurant.
In that case, he's really got to worry. You ever eaten there?
For the kind of money he pays me, I will eat anywhere he wants. Charlie, they treat you well?
No complaints.
Good.
Thanks again for letting me walk out like this.
Yeah, I'll see you downstairs.
So, I got a nice room booked for you at a hotel. You ready to get some sleep?
Yeah, all that talking's got me bushed.
Makes you sick. Guy kills 27 people. He's going to a hotel. This guy whacks one no good, lousy dope slinger. Turns his whole life around. He's going to do 25 to life.
Yeah, some country.
Night, guys.
Yeah, night, boss. Congratulations again.
Hey, thanks, Danny. Yeah, good night. I don't want you thinking I'm not happy for you, if that's how it seems.
Well, thanks, Andy.
You know me, it takes me a long time to get used to someone. Plus, I may not be the easiest guy to get along with myself.
All things considered, I think we've done all right.
I think last couple of years we got an understanding. Maybe I've been on this job too long. Took 9 years breaking you in. Now look what I got.
Yeah. Things got a way of working out.
She came on too strong. She'll learn better.
Anyways, that's not your problem no more, is it?
9 years with this squad, and you think I don't care? If I am retained at the Bureau, you come to me.
Yeah. Maybe we can talk it over back at that rib joint.
How about this time we have Italian? You're a damn good cop, Andy. You take care of yourself.
Yeah. Anyways, I gotta get down to the central booking. Congratulations.